All right, so let's talk about the idea of Trump running for a third term. I'm hearing these stuff going around that Speaker Johnson implied that, there's nothing in the 22nd Amendment that says something about, you can't, you only can run for 2 consecutive terms. It says there's no word in there, consecutive is missing. So what he's suggesting is you ran one, you lost one, now you could run this one, and then by way it reads, you could read a second one. So what he's trying to say is you can't be president two terms in a row. Now I read the heading part of the 22nd Amendment, and it's pretty straightforward. You can't be president more than twice in America, period. Now, that doesn't mean that they can't change that amendment. That's the whole kicker right there. They could pull that up. They could choose to make a vote on it and revoke it, repeal it, however they do it. I don't know that the Supreme Court can arbitrarily just discard it, but we're dealing with a pretty shady damn Supreme Court these days. Who's to say what they will and won't do? I don't think they will, but I didn't think a lot of things this past year, and I've been proved wrong several times, and I've not been happy about it. And life is what it is, right? The question we have to ask ourselves, ask yourself, America, come on, ask yourself seriously. A, do you really want an unlimited possible term for somebody, so somebody just gets into office and just keeps getting reelected, especially considering how shady things are? Hey, MAGA, you spent the last 4 years whining and crying and bitching and moaning that the election was stolen. What? What if it was? Yeah, what if they used you as the tools to help them steal it? Do you really want to give that position to somebody that can basically be king? Oh, I'm just going to keep re-electing myself? Because there's a whole lot of y'all out there, the MAGA leadership, pushing to find ways to basically run the Democrats out of town. So you want to have a one-party system in America. Is that what you truly want? A one-party system in America is called what? So, two terms is sufficient. Frankly, I don't think they went far enough. Our grandparents and great-grandparents, when they they voted on this crap, and our parents, they didn't go far enough. There should be term limits on all elected positions, period. X amount of time in Senate, X amount of time in the House. So by rights, a career politician could start out in the House or the Senate, and then switch to the other one when their terms run out, and then run for president. That's 25, 30 years. That's a career in politics. Am I wrong? So why do they have to be basically unlimited, just keep re-electing? I'm from Iowa, and we got Grassley. The dude barely knows where the hell he's at. He's in his 80s. Listen to him talk. He's being fed a bunch of BS, and he's just bumbling his way. The man should have retired, should be forced to have retired. Most Americans are forced to retire at 70 from something. I'm just saying. Why should these people be any better, and how is this better for the country? So it had to get, first off, they ignored the 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment was pretty clear about, traitors being allowed to run for office, and yet, here we are. Well, he was never convicted. Yeah, why was that? That was because of politics in the Senate. They wouldn't run on it. They wouldn't bring it up. They had enough of them. They had enough of a control of the Republicans at that time. They ain't no Republicans left. They had a little bit of control. They kept it. It's the same bullshit McConnell used for the last 10 years to stack the courts with conservative, neoconservative, racist, Nazi-loving haters. Y'all don't like it. That's tough shit. Until they tell me that the First Amendment has been altered, that we cannot share our opinions on our country, go F yourselves. Just saying. You don't like it. I didn't ask you to tune into my channel. I shouldn't. But if you think it's a good idea to have an unlimited, somebody be president for an unlimited term of office, you're a loon. Meanwhile, let's take into something else into consideration. Trump would be damn near 90, assuming he lived through a second term. I don't expect him to live through the first one. I'm honest, you do not expect Trump to live through the next 4 years. First off, it's quite clear to anybody that watches and spends time around people who have dementia and Alzheimer's that Trump is showing clear signs of dementia. And he's what? 78, 79 this year? So he's going to be in his mid 80s by the time if he makes it through the first 4 years. So you going to want a 90-year-old guy in the White House? That's one of the reasons so many people didn't want to vote for Biden, because of his age. Too old, not reliable, has issues. Trump has them, and you can't deny. Well, you can deny it all you want, but you know what? Denial does not make. All denial does is make you look like a dumbass. At the end of the day, that's all I hear. That's all I hear. All right. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. And ironically, it ain't gonna work. No point. Just no point to it.